Welcome everybody, we're just about to get started here. Turn yourselves in. Turn yourselves to popcorn, whatever is at your reach, and let's get ready for round 11 at Silverstone Legacy. Welcome everybody to round 11 of the iRacing Fanatec GT Challenge here at Silverstone Circuit. It is the Legacy. Layout as it was back in 2008. It hopes to bring absolute mayhem, carnage, and we'll get to see just how Rubens did that absolutely ludicrous move when Kimi Räikkönen coming through bridge. Well, we'll see some of it anyway. As you can see, the guys are qualifying now. They're going around enjoying the return of one of my favorite course layouts in the world. And I have Craig King here to join me and go through this absolutely ludicrous track. Craig, how are we?
Hello Rob, I'm doing very well. I feel like we've gone back in time. I feel like you're Marty McFly and I'm Emmett Brown. I did that because I think I'm the older and I'm probably the crazier of the two. But I feel like we've gone back in time, and I love seeing the old Silverstone use. And this is another reason why the Fanatec GT1 series is so cool, because they do this, that they bring in the legacy tracks. So it's not a whole series that you got to buy stuff. You've got these legacy tracks in that you can use, and I think it's fantastic they're using it. And what better place than the old Silverstone? And I have to remind myself what Silverstone used to be like, because, you know, I think of Abbey as a sweeping right-hander that in some cars you can do flat out, and now it's quite a sharp left-hander. So I got to remind myself, it all looks very weird to me. And I'm really looking forward to it. And it's a great lineup tonight as well in terms of drivers. And some of the top guys we have seen over the last few weeks are all here.
Yeah, we do. We have Stefan Workup, Felipe Paiva, of course, going around. David Hoffman. Dan Muller is back where he belongs in GT1 class. Of course, Stefan Overgaard and Ethan Bass are in the GT2s doing their thing. Going around trying to set their qualifying laps at the moment. It's a mixed bag. There's, let me see now, there's 4, 5, 6, 7 GT1s, and the rest of the field is made up of, or sorry, GT2s, sorry, and then there's the rest of the field is made up of GT1s. And I think the GT1s will have an easier time of keeping ahead of the GT2s if the qualifying times are anything to go by, as the first qualifying laps are just coming in.
Yeah, we've already seen Thomas Ferrier do a 1:34.976 for second. Jan Solosi with a 1:34.821. Just watching Felipe Paiva coming to finish his lap right now. He's gone under the bridge, and now he goes into Priory, into Brooklands. This will be now. And this will confuse me because there's not a lot of run up here like there is on the new circuit. Comes around the last corner, which is Luffield, and A little bit of a different pit lane there, you can see, from the old times. Comes around left field. He is the #1 car for a reason, so let's just see what he gets there. Over the grass strips there, through the... Oh, God, he's running to the barriers there. Oh, dear God, it's a 1:34.828. That does make me laugh that they've got those classic British... warning sticks. I think they're called ditch. I always knew that you put them in to tell you there's a ditch or an edge of a road there, and you can just drive right through them in the sim. So it's really weird. Richard Carfrell though does go pole, and as I say that, Simon Vernier goes second. So a 1:34.697 for Carfrell and a 1:34.758 for Vernier, as Ferrier responds with his second lap, a 1:34.576 for pole.
Yeah. So the idea is that they'll have to brave the bridge. They'll also have to brave the different way that they do, this essentially the last half of the circuit, really, because it's they don't take the hairpin or the flat corner left that they used to take in F1, where they're trying to slow down the cars. They take that essentially flat out, and they fly through there at some speed. We can see Felipe Paiva trying to brave the corners now, trying to best his time of a 1:34.828, and he will try and get back up the field. He's got a lot of contenders ahead of him, and he is 5 or 3/10 of a second behind Ferrier, who posted a 1:34.577. Let's see what he does when he crosses the line. Go.
Yeah, he's going to sit down. He crosses the line. It's a 1:34.214, so he goes pole by 3/10 of a second. Do you know what I loved watching that run? I forgot how brilliant that combination, Abbey, Farm Straight, Bridge, Priory, Brooklands. I forgot how beautiful that was, going down the hill under the bridge. I feel like a kid again, Rob. I feel like a kid. That just felt amazing.
Yeah, I was talking about at the start of the stream, reminiscing over how Rubens Barrichello made that absolutely ludicrous move on Kimi Räikkönen on the GP, where Kimi Räikkönen was essentially fighting from all the way back, and he just did a absolutely ludicrous move that nobody thought was going to work, and then it did, and then Kimi Räikkönen going wide, and the fans cheering on Rubens in the Fezza well, some of these drivers trying to emulate that at the very least. Stefan Overgaard coming across the line. What does he set? He sets a 1:39.372. So he only improved his lap by 1/1000th of a second. As the rest of the drivers now make it across. And I think we're essentially done with qualifying.
Yeah, it's a couple still to go. Mosquera, do I think, has done his laps. Or has he? Just check. No, yeah, he has done his laps, Mosquera. So yeah, everyone has gone through. So let's do a quick rundown of these positions. As we mentioned, Felipe Paiva takes the pole with a 1:34.214. Thomas Ferrier goes second, a 1:34.576. Jan Salusi with a 1:34.604 in third, and Richard Carfrell 1:34.697 in fourth. Simon Vernier takes fifth with a 1:34.758, and James Rivet, I think that's the first time we've seen him, a 1:34.787 in sixth. Jack Godden 1:34.922 takes seventh, and Garrett D'Alessandro a 1:35.010 in eighth. Dan Miller will take ninth with a 1:35.176, and just behind him, 1/10 behind him, is Lee Belcher with a 1:35.216. I will leave the rest of the GT1 to you.
Gill in 11th position with a 1:35.275. World Cup with a 1:35.370 puts him into P12. In 13th is Hayes with a 1:35.448. Campbell with a 1:35.787. Hoffman with a 1:35.961. It is good enough for 15th position. Engel with a 1:36.321 puts him into 16th position. Oh dear God. Andrea Kopoulos in 17th position with a 1:36.443. Ali with a 1:36.639 is good enough for 18th position. Holloway with a 1:36.737 in 19th. Cousin with a 1:36.998 is good enough for 20th. Carducci with a 1:37.440. Brown with a 1:37.822 puts him into 22nd position. And then we get into the 23rd, 138.117 for Diaz. And then Ethan Bass in the GT1s comes in with a 138.752. Back to the GT1s, it is Rassel with a 138.879. Stefan Overgaard with a 139.372. So he's got a lot of time to make up there to catch onto the rear end of Ethan Bass. Mascara with a 142.20 in the GT2s. Castro, the second in fourth position for the GT2s with a 149.25. Delbum with a 142.734 with fifth position. Sarvas K with a 145.433 in sixth position for the GT1s. And that is all of those that have qualified.
Yep, and those that did not qualify, Nikolai Frayne, Russell Wheatley and Fabrice Nadun will be the non-qualifiers for the GT1s, and just one non-qualifier for the Fords. Thomas Blankenship will be the only qualifier, the non-qualifier there will start at the back of the field. And I forget it's a full lap formation lap, but this gives us one heck of a view down the start-finish straight with the sun setting. I'm looking at Felipe Paiva, and you just see as you're waiting there for that sun just over the grandstand, it looks amazing. Oh, look at that. It's brilliant going around. So what a lap they're going to have. And actually, they're going to be careful because that sunset might cause them an issue. It might cause an issue as they come around Copse at the start of the race.
Yeah, and I think this goes into night, doesn't it?
Well, it is currently 6:22 p.m.
Yeah, so they're going into night. Well, going into it's going to get darker from here on out.
Yeah, it's going to get darker. But hey, they're used to it. They're coming around Maggots right now. Of course, it is very weird that we're so used to now seeing Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel Cove halfway through the lap, and here they are. They're starting on the iconic S's. So iconic that America stole them for COTA. I knew America stole everything for COTA, so we won't go down there. But they're coming out of Chapel Cove into the Hangar Straight, and everything's still the same as you would see nowadays. If no one's ever raced it, it's still the same. It just looks a little bit dated. Santander sponsorships, the old Silverstone advertisement logo going under the logos going under the Hangar Straight. But everything's still the same, and also just a little bit of extra track, so you might get a bit thrown off. As you see, they'll come around Stowe right now, and again, it looks the same. A bit of a tarmac runoff there, which you're not used to. Comes around Stowe down to Vale, and again, you look at it and you're thinking, well, I don't see any grandstands. Well, there was no grandstands back here, so this is where you would usually be looking for that pit lane at the curbs. There's nothing here. So you just go around the Vale chicane, and it's quite wide now, the Vale chicane, into Club.
Yeah, this is old layout. So if any of you aficionados out there remember, well, some of the stuff has been changed so that it complements these GT1s better. So they don't follow 100% the F1 track as it was designed back in 2008. So they're coming up here now. This would be where they would take a chicane at Abbey, and they go straight through. So Abbey is essentially bypassed now, and they're coming around towards Farm Straight onto Bridge. There's the L Bridge. It's good seeing it again. It's like seeing an old friend, you know.
Well, I shall as we had issues on Friday, I'll take us over. We'll start this over. So they're coming around Priory, which is a name we haven't heard for a long time. Now we're going around Brooklands. It will be a long way right now. The pace car will go in late once they come around Luffield, I want to say. So Woodcote, the pace car will not take. Piver will lead them away. Ferrier's just a little bit in front. He'll probably slow down as he does. He's on the outside. The pace car is in, and Piver just guns it. There's going to be 3 wide at the back if they're not careful. Piver takes a good lead from Ferry and Solowski, and Carford is trying to make up space as well. They're going 2 by 2, going down to the first corner. Who will get the better of Vasilevsky? Just holds on. There's a lot of contact there. Loads of cars in the background going off. A car spinning. That looks like that's the leader. That's Vasilevsky and some more from the FTRs. Spinning a round. But at the front, Carfrill's lost a few spots. Still going down through Maggott and Beckett. Piver, Vasilevsky and Godin. Jack Godin has made up 4 spots at the start of this race from a chaotic start there. That's got to be a case of cold tyres, definitely.
Car number 9. Garrett D'Alessandro, unfortunately, getting the short end of the stick there as they were squeezing into Cops, and you can just see the car number 12 having to correct himself, and he got neck coated actually, and that was the other lead car, Ferrier, having a really bad time of it as well. And what happened to him? As let's see now, as you can see,
I think they got caught out by it. I'm just saying they are having that much damage that Ferrier is now down in the back of the Ford field. And I think as well, D'Alessandro has also, yeah, he's just holding on at the back of the GT1 field, but doing his best there. Did not see what happened. Unfortunately, there's a lot of blinkers, but nothing's changed in the Ford field at the moment. The front is still pretty chaotic as they go under the bridge. Rob is probably showing you a replay right now. But Piver, Vasilevsky and Godin, I don't think expected this in the Aston to be so far up. To pretty much Aston field tonight, but Piver now has a almost 3-second lead on everybody, and really the car we got to look at to see who can catch will probably be Simon Vernier. I think that's what we'll be looking at.
As this is just coming by the final corner of Woodcut onto the. It's so weird saying the final corner of Woodcut, by the way. Like I'm used to saying the final corner of Club, not the other way around.
So while there is a 3-4 second lead at the front of the field, let's look at the Fords, because it's only a 0.3 of a second gap between Bass and Overgaard. Ferrier is behind them. He's slowly making up his spots there after going all the way to the back of the field. So he will do his best to get his position back safely, because they're not lap traffic. He is racing them for race position. Coming around Maggott and now into Beckett's, does Bass and Overgaard. Sliding around. The Fords really don't like this, but we know that the Ford GT3 likes this track. What does the Ford GT2? Well, they don't like it per se. Bass taking a bit of an extension of his lead there to Overgaard as they come down the hanger straight. He's got Overgaard's got Ferrier beside him, so he will have to. Yet side by side, he's gone very wide there into Stowe, so loses a bit more time to Bass. And now Ferrier wants to get by. Now, once he gets by, these Fords can just relax a bit more and get themselves back into the same contest. But at the moment, Ferrier with the damage, not a lot of no wing damage there. It's just holding things up right now as they come into Abbey. They're going side by side into Abbey. Wow, I can't believe I'm saying that nowadays. But does get by finally. So now you can let the Fords, as there's been a spin off there, that Nelson Diaz there. Nelson Diaz has had a bit of a spin coming into, that looks like that's coming into Woodlands. Woodcott, sorry. Not Woodcott, sorry. Priory. Wow. See, I can't remember this track.
Yeah, it's so weird having to come back to this track and being like, oh yeah, where's all of these things? What's all of this? What's going on? I don't remember this. I didn't remember this. Oh, just a little kiff.
Just a little kiff. I'll tell you who's got a little kiff at the moment. James Rivet is approaching having a little kiff with Simon Vernier. It is the Fixed Racing Aston versus the FTR Aston coming down into... I see this right now. They're coming down to Stowe, and I'm thinking the lap's almost over. They're not even halfway through the lap right now. Comes down to Stowe. At the 0.3 of a gap second between Vernier and Rivet for 4th and 5th. Up ahead into the 2nd and 3rd. Half a second gap between Solosi and Gooden. So we'll keep an eye on both of these at the moment. Coming around Club right now. Down to the... what is now the start-finish straight, but there's a load of grass right now. Down into Abbey right here, doing the best they can. Gill wants a bit of this actually, and all of a sudden there might be a bit of the bit of bunching up right now. Rivet trying to put his car into there, trying to force a question. Oh, that lovely! He thought he could get in the inside of Vernier there, but Vernier with a nice swing there for the apex gets a bit of speed, gets a bit of an advantage. But Rivet on as close as he can, doing best he can, coming through Luffield right now. He might be able to get a move if he's close enough at Cops. I don't think he will. Reset, but if he keeps putting his nose where he shouldn't belong, where he does belong, he might start asking some questions, and Vernier might start getting a bit hot under the colour. Look how close he gets coming down into Cops, though. That just shows that I think Rivet might have Vernier in a lap or two.
if he can keep it on track, and if he can keep it, you know, very close, I think he can actually have it on a hanger straight. He is close enough to be able to make that overtake. Remember, these GT1s, you know, if they get a good bit of slipstream, they got a good bit of legwork. So that is the goal right now. Ooh, I don't think I'm about to eat my own words, because I don't think he's close enough. Just at the moment.
No, he's not close enough. Not close enough, and I don't think he'll be close enough when they come out of club either. But look at the line he takes. He's taking an inside line. He's really taking this shallow line and really wants to get this move done. He feels that he's faster. They were practically identical in times last lap. Only 300th of a second gap between the two of them in terms of lap times. He's doing the best he can, and what's also key for these two is Rivet might feel that he's getting a little bit held up by Vernier, but they're not losing time to the guys behind. Gil and Muller still in a battle themselves, so got to keep an eye on that. Does he make a move down here into Priory? No, he does not. So cannot make the move here. And really, if you can't make the move in Priory, you cannot make it through Brooklands and Luffield, I find.
No, you basically have to. It's like being soldiers, really. You know, you kind of have to fall in line through that sort of very difficult technical set of corners, unless you're already side by side going into the Priory, really, and that would be taking a brave pill through bridge, which I don't think a lot of these people would be able to hold off. I just don't think that cars can handle it too well.
So Garrett D'Alessandro, he is down into 22nd position. He did gain 21st. Sorry, he was 21st now. He would have gained 22nd, but he was on the back there of Fabrice Nadwin as they're all bunched up near the back of this. And Campbell took back his position, and now Campbell's gone really wide at the first corner. Not sure what happened there. That's a very weird place to be slowing down right here. That actually compromises D'Alessandro.
D'Alessandro taking a page out of the Rallycross division of Aston Martin. I don't think he should be doing that at Silverstone, but he's going to be serving a quite substantial slowdown, I'd imagine. He is pulling in it one side to be able to serve it.
Yeah, but that was on Campbell, because he let him by coming into but he let him by when he was on the inside of Maggots. Really weird there by Campbell.
Oh God! What the f***?
What on earth?
Oh, hang on a minute. Which car was that? Which car was that? That wasn't Alessandro. Who was it? Who was that?
Oh, Carfrell trying to make a move on walk-up. Sorry to interrupt you. Almost getting it through Priory. They went side by side, and Carfrell spun the car. Carfrell spun the car. He's giving me the side that says "Damn your legend," but no legend at the moment. He's lost a few places here. He's going to be into P12, and he's going to be P13. He's let Holloway and Frayne go by, just losing it, just trying to really put that nose in, and they're trying to squeeze the car through little gaps, and there's been a spin. There has been a spin. Who is out?
That's Vernier.
Vernier has spun.
Let's have a look. He's coming through side by side with, I think that is Rivet. Oh no! What?
Lost it on his own, I think.
No, he got into contact. Here's another replay. He got into contact with the car number 12. So the car number 12, James Rivet, side by side coming through Cops. He hits the rear end and then just spins.
Ooh.
Gonna need to ask iRacing about that one. Genie Mac. It's not meant to happen like that. You know, it's unfortunate it did, but you know, he's down in 9th position, so he's gonna have to fight his way through Warcup, who's a big shouty boy. So you know, our thoughts and prayers are with the Frenchman at this time, because the shouty boy will just shout his way, hopefully, to 8th position.
So let's go back to the Fords. We've had a retirement. Christian Delbrom has retired. Did not see what happened there, but at the front, hit once again. It's Overgaard versus Bass. Now, how many times have we said that this season? I mean, and it's just been fantastic. Coming in around club right now, the gap is about 0.6, 0.5 of a second. Now they're pretty much identical here. In fact, Overgaard a 39.385 last lap with a 39.308 for Bass, so only 800ths of a second between the two of them. Overgaard holding on as much as he can. These two have basically just checked out. Mascara's 8 seconds behind them. So these two are really giving a run right now, doing the best they can as there's a spun there.
Car number 14,
Ryan Engel.
Not He's definitely not having a good day, but we're still going to focus on these guys, as you can just see how weird that car looks to drive. I'm not even just saying that as sort of like just a poke at it's a GT2 car, but it's looking at Stefan Overgaard. He's nursing the car around through the technical section of it. When he's coming up to stuff like Abbey, when he's coming up to Bridge, he's nursing the car around the track. He's having to surgically place the car essentially to be able to get fast lap times. He is chasing Ethan Bass and he's keeping up with him, but I'm not sure if he's really going to be able to make a pass even. You know, it might just be too dangerous to try and make a pass unless it's on like a really long straight. So here on Hanger Straight, or at, you know, the period between Luffield and Copse.
Had a spin. That's it. Now, who was that just spun there? It was Nadwin. Nadwin just spun there. There's a massive group of cars at the moment. There's like 5 cars at the back of the field. Just all together. 5-6 cars all together holding on. And 2 of them made a mistake. Campbell made a mistake. Nadwin made a mistake. Alessandro finally gets a couple of places there. He's now sitting in P19th. Losing time still, but he's passed 2 guys, and he's got Ali, Wheatley and Carducci in front of him. Only about a second between them. He could make this, and he could somehow salvage some sort of result for him. But we'll wait and see as they come down to the start-finish rate. I almost want to say the old start-finish rate there for a moment. Sees the sunset still. That's going to be really off-putting. But cannot make anything here. What will he do? Come from Maggots and Beckett. There's a car gone wide in front of him. I think that was Carducci. It was. We'll see coming through Maggots right now. Can't really do anything. And is it me, or does this just feel really shallower now? I can't. Did they widen Maggots and Beckett? I cannot remember that when they remade this, when they redid this track. But
they might have, I think, because it does definitely, the profile looks different.
It does, and Alessandro looks like he's going to have an overtake here. This could be a very easy overtake on the straight where there's DRS now. It does need no DRS. He takes that he takes that overtake easily.
This is the period when the GT1s, oddly enough, had DRS. Kappa.
Look at the closing speed of Alessandro compared to Carducci and Wheatley. He's on them right away after making the move, and Carducci goes wide again. And that coming out of club right now, and we'll be coming down into Abbey. I want to watch this with Wheatley and Carducci. It's the 16th and 17th. Coming down to Bridge. Carducci's doing some weird weaving, and oof, they're going to be side by side going onto Priory. Wheatley hits the grass. That's a Ford there of Irvin Savras K. Gone off and just goes across the track. There's that Carfrell. That's Carfrell. Carfrell spun.
What? Hang on a minute. He's up there. What's going on?
Oh, the car in front of him, Hoffman, just had a correction, and he just was not ready. He was just not prepared for a correction coming through Luffield.
Oh no! And he was fighting in. That's the car number 4. He was fighting in 12th position, and now he's back down in 21st. The FTR guys are really not having a good day today. They're just not really able.
Piva's not had a good day today. I thought Piva was leading.
He was.
Well, he had a bad lap last lap. What has happened? He is now into P3.
Let's have a look. Ooh, sorry. What? I think everybody's seeing the tarmac and just taking liberties with some of these corners. The shiny car, whatever car that is having a few. I
found it. I found it with Piva. End of the lap. He just loses it into Priory. The car says no. Comes around Priory. He goes into Brooklands, and the car says no. The car says no because he hits the grass. Goes off, and he is now 2.5 seconds behind Solosi, and in 3rd position. He's got some work to do.
Let's have a look. This is the replay of when he made that spin. Coming into Piva now. Or Priory, sorry. Into Priory. Oh, yeah. The car is just... It snaps on him, and that's him losing the lead to the car number 10 and car number 7 as they just passed by him. So it is Solosi who is now leading your race.
back to the Fords. They're coming up to Priory right now. Oh god, you come out of bridge up the hill into Priory and you see the sunset. I think that's more off-putting than coming through the start-finish line there. That is amazing how they've got to see that. That's probably worse than coming through Cops, as I was saying. Still, the gap is closing. Overguard did a better lap last time, a 39.650. They're coming around the last corner here. Let's see what their times are now. Overguard, of course, will be getting the slipstream. We're at the halfway stage. 14 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. What will they have in the tank right now? Bass did a 39. Let's see. Bass did a 39.688. Overguard a 39.710. So the gap is slowly going for Bass, but he cannot put a foot wrong right now. Overguard is right on him and pushing hard. And do you know what the sad thing is?
There's another. Sorry, it's just to cut across. There is Irwin is just not having a good day today. He's already lapped down and he's just gone off the track right in front of the leaders again. And yeah, not having a good day.
So you know about Overguard? You know how there's only 7 cars in the Fords? Overguard will be losing iRacing despite getting a second place finish.
Well, that's just mean. I mean, he's second.
I know.
Ooh,
Wait.
come on, car number 31, get out of the way.
Oh no!
Please get out of the way! Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
No.
Ooh, okay. Clutching my hands. No, please. Ooh, yeah. Okay, he did the good thing. He let the cars out of the way. So it is the 4. Ooh, sorry. Just Overguard almost looking like he was about to lose it. He touched the grass coming through bridge on towards Priory into Brooklands now. I think these two Fords are having a better time of it than the various cars that have had off tracks around this area. Paiva especially not having a good day in terms of, you know, where he lost it. He lost it in a very difficult position. There's no runoff for tarmac, so he couldn't correct himself and keep his foot, well, not foot down, but keep his foot in it. He actually had to slow the car down right down and actually regain control of the car and composure. And he is now 2.2 seconds behind Sodden, or sorry, 2.2 seconds behind the leader, and just under 2 seconds behind Godden, who is now fighting, surprisingly, he thought, for the lead. He's fighting Solowski, sorry.
Look at this battle, though, for 4th, 5th, and 6th right now. Just a second between 4th, 5th, and 6th. Rivet, Gill, and Muller. Dan Muller back in the car that he made. Well, it's a Doritos car. Okay, we've got FTR versus Doritos. I will try and find a punchline, do not worry. As they come around the start-finish line to start lap 12. Down into Cops they go. They're pretty much keeping it clean at the moment. Gill. Well, actually, Muller's faster. Is faster now.
Well, I mean,
he
makes the setups, so he's making the setups that the FTR team are very thankful for. They do, you know, give the inscription on the side of their cars, if you can pick it out there, just about. And you know, he's the setup master for the GT1s, especially.
Oh, Rob, sorry to interrupt. Gooden's just gone into the back of Solowski. A little bit of a touch there, coming down into the hell chicane. Around club they go. I don't think there was any damage there, but it looked like they almost touched, and that definitely was just a kiff. Gooden is trying to get Solowski there. I don't think he expected him to be a little bit slow coming out of Stowe, but he does. Now they're coming down into the bridge. Can he make a move? He cannot make a move. Up the hill into Abbey. Losing a bit of time now is Godden, but that was the closest he's been all the time. Can he make a move here? Do you know what? He is really pushing right now, and Solowski is not looking comfortable. Godden trying to do the modern day strat, trying to put the nose in there, and I think I saw Solowski. Yeah, that car is sliding. The back of that car, the back of that Aston is sliding for Solowski. We could be seeing coming down to Cops right now. This could be a overtaking chance. Will Godden make the move? He wants to try and point his car there. No, brakes early, keeps it safe. He knows there's better places for him to go. In fact, Solowski has gone wide coming out of Cops. He's had a little bit of a wheel spin there as well. He'll have the inside coming into Maggots though. Not sure what Godden can do. We're trying to send it too wide. Couldn't make it, but that's actually helped him because Solowski is doing the best he can. He is actually struggling right now. He is under pressure, and I don't think the car likes it. They've hit again now. That is definitely contact. definitely contacted and
I
couldn't
think he's
text
got
the
a
link.
slowdown. He's got a slowdown. Because of him going wide, he's got a slowdown. But that has also brought back Felipe Paiva into the situation because they were battling between the two of them. Gave absolutely the ace in the hole that Felipe needed to be able to bring himself back into contention. So as you can see, Jack Godden up ahead in the green Aston number 7 versus Felipe Paiva in the car number 1, Ramak. I think that's or Bamak. I can't remember what it is. But you can definitely tell who's who. And the purple car is coming back for revenge. He wants his first position. And he's been lapping faster than both of them. 1:35.451 bet both Godden and Solosi by just over 0.5 of a second each. And look at the gap. It's already closed up. I think Paiva is just so much more comfortable in the car as they come around on Luffield, coming up towards Woodcut onto lap 14, sorry.
Leonardo Castro in front of them in the Ford. The 4th place Ford will be letting them by once they come around. Actually locks up the brakes coming around to Stowe, but will let them go. And we will now see Paiva. I tell you what, to go off the track where he did at Brooklands, lose a few places and basically just work his way back up. He was a second faster last lap than Godden. Now I know when I first saw it that there was damage to the back of Solosi. How much damage to the front of Godden? Oh no! That looks like a sad face.
It is a very sad face. Yeah.
Ooh, Paiva wants to make a move but cannot make it. Will he decide to go for it right now? He will wait till club. The club's quite high speed now. Vel chicane, sorry. It's not really a chicane. It's quite an S in the old format. Does not make it. If he gets a good run out of club, might get something down before they come to Abbey. Does not. I think he's just going to reset, wait to go here, wait until the next lap because he does have the pace, he does have the ability, and he hasn't got to worry about anybody behind him. Rivet and Gill, though, are still battling.
Oh, there we go. Oh, looking in the inside. Sorry to interrupt. God, I made a mistake coming through the bridge, and he was almost pounced upon by Felipe Paiva coming into the Priory, but he just corrected at the last minute, shut the door, saying to Felipe Paiva, "At me, bro. Come at me, bro." He's just pushing the car. I think he's pushing Godden quite hard because Godden is looking like he's sweating a little bit. Well, I mean, I don't know if he is, but I would imagine so because that car number 7 is being hounded by the car number 1. Car number 10 of Solosi is not out of the battle just yet. He is catching the rear end very slowly. He caught them by 0.2 last lap, and I just want to see if Paiva can have a great execution coming onto the hangar straight. Does he have the distance? He does not have the distance, so he won't be making a move at this stage. Will he try again as he did the last lap? As you can see, the two different lines that these cars are making. Godden is making a very wide line going into Stowe onto Vale. Whereas with Paiva, it's very tucked in. It's tucked in on the inside section, and then he goes very wide on the outside section. As you can see, just the different lines that these two are making, and it's not converting into position change, but it's a battle nonetheless. As Godden is essentially trying to cover himself in all situations. And you can see the two different lines going through bridge. I think. Yeah, Paiva is definitely looking to make the move there. He's making the move where he can guarantee it very easily. He's guaranteeing it in the Priory, but he needs to make it happen.
Every time you say in the Priory, it does feel like that's the classic English thing. He's come through the Priory, madam. But yes, that is a great way to say it. Still pushing on there, trying to do the best he can. Meanwhile, behind Rivet and Gill, the gap has now expanded to about 0.8 of a second. Gill's had a mistake. That brings Muller in the Doritos car back into some sort of battle here to see if he can get that top 5. As we all know, it's all about the internet stats, and the top 5 stats do get recorded on iRacing. So pretty important to see those top 5s coming around Maggard and Beckett. They go right now, doing the best he can. Again, look at the line he takes, a little bit shallower when they come around the middle there into Beckett. Just a little bit shallower, and then Chappell takes a conventional line. Does lose a little bit of time doing that though, but is holding on and you've got to think that's a lot of that as well. It's just experience of using the new track. Different, they've changed the layout a little bit here with doing the best he can, but that FTR car of Gil doesn't look very happy coming around the corner, coming down into club. They will go right now into the Vel chicane. Sorry, I still call it a chicane. It's an S right here. I gotta teach myself that.
You're still thinking of the F1 layout. This is slightly changed where it's not completely 100% the Grand Prix. It's without the chicanes at Abbey and at which one? The one at Abbey. Sorry, where they just skip their way through it like dancey little fairies. But why did I say that?
Dancey little fairies.
Why did I say that?
Well, this battle at the front, Piver is not able to get close to Gooden to make a move, and this is actually bringing Solosi into the fray once again. He is in the slipstream range of Piver, as you know, we're an F1 track in the DRS range, but there is no DRS. Piver takes a lot of grass coming around cops right there. I'm not entirely sure why. Must have just mishandled the corner, taking more grass, getting ready to go into Maggots. And I forget that there's that little grass runoff there on the inside of that first part of Maggot. Gets a better line. In fact, Godden's having to slow down because of the Ford of Mascara is in front of him. And there's nowhere for the Ford to go in the middle of Maggot and Beckett, so he loses a bit of time. Will get by. Now, can Piver get by Mascara? Mascara will yield. That's good. That's good to see. Will yield, so he leads his battle for the lead. Still going. Piver, once again, will come around Stowe. What can he do? It's not much you can do. And then, into Vale. Again, can he get a better line around club to get a good exit? He's actually closer. Let's see what type of exit he gets here. And it's a good exit. It's a good exit. We may see a move coming out of bridge, I reckon.
Well, we able to see in Le Chopper. Remember that. Ooh, he's looking on the inside. This is the first time they've gone. Oh no! That is Jack Gunn going wide, coming onto bridge. Does he get the inside line? He doesn't have the distance. Piver had a very good chance of being able to make the move, but Godden he's sliding a little bit coming through Luffield.
Oh, they touched! No, sorry, they have touched. Both of them slid, but both of them have kept that car going. There's a little bit of dent there on the back of Godden's car. What about Piver? Piver looks unscathed. He's let Solosi back into this, but these two, how they touched and kept the car facing forward, I will never know. They'll be coming up to the next cars they will see will be the lead Fords, Bass and Overguard. There's like a 2-second lead for Bass, just to let you know, for the Fords. There's not much happening, so we'll keep you up to date. Piver's trying to make the most of this, trying to do what he can. I need to keep looking elsewhere as well, because Muller's trying to make a move on Gill. Half a second there, but we keep battling with 2 minutes to go. Keep watching this battle. Piver is desperately trying to get around Gooden, and you could see that last lap when he came around Vel and into club, he had the speed, he had the exit. He is really wanting this, and I reckon, well, there's going to be 1 lap to go after this. He has to make the move now.
As you can see, that was the gap when they crossed the line, 0.6 of a second, and that 0.6 of a second looks like it's a mild chasm of a distance compared to what they're doing right now. It's about 0.233 of a second. That's 1/3 of the gap that it was at the start of this lap, and you can just see the distance that Piver is closing. He's definitely on full attack mode at the moment. Godden looking like the rear end's trying to slip in. He does correct it just in time, being able to keep it under wraps. That car is still sliding, by the way, coming through the infield of Brooklands and onto Luffield now. They don't make the same contact that they did before, and that allows Piver to have a much better line going through Luffield as they come onto the final lap. Piver has to make this happen. If he doesn't, he has to step down for second place. Solosi will accept 3rd position. He's only 1.3 seconds behind Piver, but I don't think he's getting into the action. I think he's going to sit back and just let this happen as they come down now towards Maggots and Beckett's. You can see the difference in the lines between the two of them. That is Godden taking a very deep line on the middle section onto Beckett's now, and you can just see the way that the car of the number 1 is turning compared to the car of number 7. They are still slowly getting closer and closer, and Godden is now hugging the inside line. He's going to try and come out the outside. Ooh, Piver having to brake a little bit coming through. A little bit of a
he had nowhere to go. He had nowhere to go. If he kept going, he would have gone to the back of Godden again. coming around Vale and Club. This is the strongest part for Piver. Gon has been struggling here. It's not a good exit. Not a good exit for Piver. And they will take the run off there as wide as he can go. Now they will hit Abbey for the final time. The gap is 0.4 of a second. Gordon, I think, has this. Does not have any mistakes at the moment. We saw some craziness at the end of the MotoGP race today. I don't think we'll be seeing those same heroics. We wait and see. He goes wide around Priory. Gordon goes wide, but he does hold on to it. Down into Brooklands they go. Slow. Takes the inside line. He hugs that inside line. That'll be a great slingshot for Piver. This could be a drag race at the end of it. No, there's nowhere for Piver to go. Gordon's taken the line. So it's not going to be a drag race because Gordon will take this by 0.2 of a second, 0.1 of a second. The finish line comes across. Gordon, Piver, Solowski. Ooh, that was an interesting finish. That's close.
Yeah, and Dan Muller unfortunately did not execute on 5th position. He is settling for 6th. The Doritos are not able to beat FTR this time around.
Well, let's just watch, because there's still a few cars that did not get laps, are still going. Practically a lot of them, really. Not all the cars are still there. The Fords did not get laps, so the leaders will be finishing their last lap. A 1.5 gap between Bass and Overgaard.
Alex Holloway not having a good time here. He's gone off the track completely at Priory onto Brooklyn, so he's lost a few positions going at the end. Richard Cawthraw coming back a little bit as he makes his 16th position secured. Oh. Uh-oh. No. The car number 28. It's parked up. It ran out of fuel.
No, it made the line, but it lost spots because of it. I've never seen that. That's crazy. Meanwhile, coming around the final corners right now is Ethan Bass and Stefan Overgaard. They will take, once again, it's a 1-2 for these two, because they're not in a team or anything, but these two have basically just been dominant in the GT2. How many times can one win in one race in one championship for win one season? But I'm doing it with 2s. Ethan Bass takes a Ford GT2 win with Stefan Overgaard 2nd place.
Yeah, that was a good drive by both of them. Unfortunately, Stefan Overgaard just didn't have well, not the ability, but he just didn't have the chance to be able to make the overtake. But you can see the victorious little Ford that could. It's extremely cursed, and I love it all the same. Now, I think, realistically speaking, it is time to see where everybody placed on the standings.
Let's do it, with Jack Gordon winning the race by 0.135 of a second to Felipe Paiva. Jan Solosi, who was leading the race for a time, just had that slow down by Gordon, takes P3. James Rivet holds off his teammate into 4th, with Eduardo Gil, his teammate, in 5th. Dan Muller with a crispy, spicy triangle 6th place. Justin Hayes takes 7th. Simon Vernier 8th. Stefan Walkup will take 9th. Christoph Andriopoulos, I have butchered that, into P10. Have. David Hoffman 11th. Garrett D'Alessandro recovered to 12th. Thomas Ferrier recovered to 13th. Nikolai Frayne into 14th. Wesley Dan Russell 15th. Fabrice Nadwin 16th. Santiago Carducci 17th. Russell Wheatley 18th. Nelson Diaz 19th.
And we get down into 20th position, and that is being held by Richard Carthraw, but he was actually being beaten out or pipped to the post by Ethan Bass, who won it for the GT2s. Congratulations to him. Another good race by himself. Richard Carthraw, after having the accident. Wait, hang on. On my screens, he was 20th.
No, he's 20. Yeah, he was 20th overall for this class, but finished 21st overall in the race. I think the fuel.
Oh, okay. But Ethan Bass, very well done. Another victory for him. He can chalk one up on his feed. Stefan Overgaard coming in 2nd position for the GT2s. Oh, you got a black flag after running out of fuel. Oh no. Poor Tyler Campbell having to finish in at 22nd. I saw you. I think it was either yourself or one of your teammates running out of fuel just before the line. Holloway, or Alex Holloway, in 21st for the GT1s. In 22nd is Campbell, Ali in 23rd, Castro finishing 3rd but a lap down, Mosquera finishing a lap down but in 4th position, Blankenship in 5th position, Savarsk K not having the greatest luck. We saw a few issues on his part. Christine in 24th position, Ingle in 25th. Again, we saw him having a few issues. Brown the 8th in 26th. Delbum in 7th position for the GT2s who retired. Belchet also retired, and those are your only 2 retirees.
Yeah, just seeing as well on the Fanatec Discord, which we do have. We can provide it to you, by the way. James Rivet apologising to Simon Vernier for that incident earlier on, which was a shame to see, but racing incident, unfortunately, but he takes the blame, which is very good to see. We got to talk about a driver of the day. And really, where else do we go apart from Jack Godden? I mean, let's be honest. You make up 6 places, you take the win. You didn't put a foot wrong all race, apart from going into the back of Solowski because you didn't know he was slowing down. Driver of the day had to go to the number 7 Jack Godden for me, I must be honest.
The green Aston Martin, you're saying, is a driver of the day. Well, I agree with that. It's good to see that we got a boy of greenness. I have no idea. I have no idea where I was going with that.
Caraballo, I was black flagged on the last corner because I was trying to look at the Indy 500.
well, I mean, there are worse things to do in life, you know. If you get black flagged for, you know, watching some entertainment, I mean, it's all about that entertainment,
But they should be watching us, Rob. Let's be brutally honest.
I mean, yeah, watch us instead.
Yeah.
Jack Godden is the Raidillon TV driver of the day for the iRacing Fanatec GT Challenge. Now, Craig, you know what's coming next. Unfortunately, we have to say our goodbyes. But
do we have to?
Well, unfortunately, we do. You know, it's FTC regulations and that. We want to get a one-time slot.
Alright, so what I will tell everybody that I always say, thank you very much once again, people, for watching. We've had a healthy viewership once again. Great seeing everybody. If you do like us, hit the subscribe button on YouTube, hit the follow button on Twitch, hit that like button on YouTube because YouTube algorithms. Underneath our channel is a link to our Discord. It'd be great to see more people there. We are trying to do some new things as well. There's also a link to these fantastic cameras. I'm pretty sure, were there cameras for track cams too today in Silverstone Classic? Sure.
Some of them were track cams, yeah, but he doesn't have setups for the Legacy 2008 edition.
Even still, we use them. It's a fantastic setup. We have some fantastic camera angles that we show using trackcams22.com. Our social medias as well down there: the Twitch, the Facebook, the website. Rob's forgotten the Twitter as well. It's Raidillon TV everywhere on Twitch and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram as well, by the way. Don't forget Instagram. If you do like us, we will be back Wednesday nights. The Racing Sim Rigs World Series. 2 30-minute races at Bathurst. If that doesn't wet your whistle, I don't know what will. Maybe ILMS on Friday night, which we'll be doing as well. I don't know. Or maybe we'll be back here next week for another week of Fanatec GT1. We'll be coming to the end. We're in the home stretch of the season. So thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, guys. It's been an absolute privilege to broadcast once again for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the race. Give us a like on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. Raidillon TV on Twitter. Give us a like on our Twitch page. Twitch.tv/Raidillon TV. Subscribe to our YouTube. Press the bell icon to get notified when we go live. That's the way that you'll know that we're streaming, you know. If you want to join our Discord page, it's down in the comments section or down in the description as well. Appreciate TrackCams22 for allowing us to use their cameras. And catch us on Wednesday for the RSR World Series GT3s instead of GT2s and GT1s. If that wets your whistle, do give us a viewership. Do give us a viewership on Wednesday at 8:30 or 8:30 p.m. British Summer Time. But until then, take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great working week. And if we don't see you again until next Sunday, hopefully the rest of your week will go absolutely awesomely.